Ricardo Hernandez says, have you guys ever thought about joining the WWE? Feel like with crazy cut crazy promos. Don't know about Ocho. Now, look, I wanted to be a wrestler growing up because, like I said, it was wrestling originated in the South. And so it was very, very, when I was a kid and coming up in the 70s, wrestling was huge. But wrestling was mainly regional. Like I said, you had Georgia Championship Wrestling. You had Florida Championship Wrestling. You had Mid-Atlantic, Midwest. So, and you had the pockets. And my grandfather was a big wrestling fan. You couldn't tell my grandfather put people out of his house because they talking about, Barney, that's fake. Right. And my grandfather said, get the hell up out of my house.
Right.
So we was going to Savannah. We would go to Vidalia. We would go to Baxley, Georgia. These little small towns, they would even come to Glenville and see, and that we would see wrestlers that we saw on television. With Gordon Soley was the host. He's the great. Look, there've been a lot of great hosts, but it starts and stops with Gordon Soley. And so I saw Pac Song, Mr. Wrestling #2, Mr. Wrestling #1. I saw all those guys. Junkyard Dog, Bobo Brazil.
What you know about Junkyard Dog, man?
Dusty Rose, the American Dream.
Dusty Rose. What you know about Jimmy Superfly Snooker?
See, he came later. Crusher Blackwell. See, if you really know wrestling, you know about Crusher Blackwell.
Yeah.
And I know about Blackjack Mulligan and Baron Von Raschke. All those guys, Abdullah the Butcher. I go way, way back.
Yeah.
With wrestling. Look, and that's not and Ric Flair came after that, but I think he said he got a couple of years in Georgia Championship Wrestling. I don't remember now with that interview. But this was before Hulk Hogan, before all those guys that we're talking, and then it translated, and you had Ric Flair and Greg Valentine was his partner, and they had Tully Blanchard, and they had Gene and Arn Anderson, the Four Horsemen, all them guys, Blackjack Mulligan, Baron Von Raschke, Brute Bernard, Ox Baker, Ocho. I go back, the Fabulous Freebirds. Yeah, I go way, way back with all them. When they had Tony Atlas and The Rock's dad.
Yeah, that's throwback.
Yes.
That's
people talk about, listen, Ocho, I tell people like this here. And here's the thing. I don't know everything. I know a little bit about everything. But what I do know, I know a hell of a lot about. A hell of a lot.
Right.
So all that other stuff that they be talking, bro, when it comes to wrestling, you talk about NASCAR, I go back to Darrell Waltrip, Harry Gant, all them, Neil Bonnet, yes. Bill Elliott, Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, yes, I go way back with them. The Silver Fox, David Pearson, the Allison Boys, Bobby and Donnie, yes.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, absolutely. When Richard Petty won, when I think, who was that crash? Was that Cale Yarborough and who was that crash? And Richard Petty won. They wouldn't let each other pass.
On the last lap.
The last lap. I think that might have been 79.
Yeah.
Bro, so all this, I know Jeff Gordon. I've met Jeff Gordon. I met Jimmy Johnson. But I'm talking about, I go way back when the Woods brothers was the team. And the Johnson, yes, I go way back like that. Yes. Everybody know Richard Petty, but that's easy. But I know about the Skull Bandit and the Tide car. And when Dale Earnhart drove the Wrangler car. Yeah, that Monte Carlo Wrangler. Yes, I go back like that. So stop playing with me. So when y'all talk about sport, you don't know, bull jive. So if you know, I know NASCAR. Like I said, we used to watch the Daytona 500, me, my brother and sister, every year that it came on. So when y'all talk about sports, ain't nobody seeing me with my knowledge on sport. I'm talking about I'm like football. Somebody might know more football than me. Somebody might know more basketball than me. But I'm going to put you to the test. We're going to talk about bull riding. We're going to talk about NASCAR. We'll talk about wrestling. We'll talk about the Tour de France. We'll talk about whatever. We talk about tennis, men's and women, whatever.
Yeah.
Come see me. Come see me.
I like it. Maybe I'm hungry.
She said, you want this on a plate? Oh, man, my bad, Ocho. I'm sorry. Come on, my bad. Man, hold up.